This is so amazing. Like, absolutely gigantic bay. There's somebody like sailing over there. The sun is gorgeous, the wind is gorgeous. This is the kind of thing that I fucking love traveling for. Welcome to another Walking with Jen and Ollie. This time we're in Forest, and what we're actually going to do is a 4-day coastal walk from Forest all the way along to Cullen, which is our end point. Today we'll be walking from Forest to Burghead. It'll take us about 5 hours, we've estimated, but we're going to basically spend as long as needed looking at views, like finding out different things, monuments, etc., to show you guys along the way. So Ollie is also here as well. She's behind the camera. Yes, so we're both here. This is the starting point at Forest, and we're going to be walking towards the coastline, towards Findhorn to start with, and then we'll just be tracking along the coast to Burghead. Tonight we're going to be seeing something amazing called the Clay, which only happens once a year, which is like a New Year's celebration, so we're really excited to see that as well. We'll just show you on here, we've got a little maparoo, that's not a word. So this is our first section from Forest to Findhorn there. So when we get to Findhorn, we'll show you another map of the next section that we're going to be doing, but we're going to be doing it slightly differently from their sections. But as you can see, this first section is about 4.6 miles, and then we'll just be adding on the bit to Burghead, and we'll take you along with us and show you all the sights. Woo!
Yeah, skink.
Skink.
Skink, skank of the stink.
We're just discussing a local delicacy that's in Cullen that we're going to have, which is like a type of haddock and potato and leek soup, which we're very excited about.
Smokiness, creaminess.
We're going to have that as a reward for the journey. How are you feeling about this hike, Coles?
Always excited.
Excited? A bit? Any trepidation?
Am I going to survive with this weight on my back? Because somebody failed to do a package run.
I didn't really check my weight at all, to be honest, and as you know from previous videos, I'm broken as fuck. So when I started to pack everything this morning, I realised I had about 5 kilograms of fruit that I hadn't accounted for. So I was just like, I'll just take it. What a fucking legend, eh? Many appreciates. That's not a word, but yeah.
Well, I'll take it. I'll take what I can. Don't add more weight on me.
No, sorry. There will be less weight as the trip goes on, because obviously we'll eat some of the weight. We've only taken about maybe 3 days worth of food, but we can resupply on the way, but we're just being careful. We don't want to get stuck, everything closed, and then like, you know, we obviously can't eat, which is not good, so we just made sure we have enough food.
You've not met a hangry.
You probably have met. If you're watching this and you know me, you've definitely met a hangry greenie. I swear to God. I need to eat like every fucking hour, otherwise I'm... Nah, don't talk to me, don't fucking talk to me. So yeah, we're starting this walk with like up from the high street. It's starting to get a little bit less residential now with the park on the right.
Forest to Findhorn.
There you go, Forest to Findhorn cycleway. So we're going to be walkawaying it.
Let's take that.
Yeah, so we're going to be making our way past something called Sueno Stone, hopefully if we see it en route, and show you some of these monuments.
Oh god, this is awful. So Witch's Stone, from Clenny Hill, witches were rolled in stout barrels through which spikes were driven. Where the barrels stopped, they were burned with their mangled contents. I'm assuming that's human mangled contents.
Yeah.
And this stone marks the site of one such burning. Wow. Don't repeat.
I mean, if you really need to include the words mangled contents in the description of the history, maybe don't repeat. Let's hope. So here is the first landmark on our journey. So this is just on the edge of Forest. It's called Sueno Stone. It's supposed to depict a little. I'm just slipping around. I was like trying to style it out. It's supposed to depict a battle on one side, and potentially a royal inauguration on the other. You can't get into it obviously because it's all protected. But hopefully you can see. I think this is maybe the battle side with all the troops. Yeah, I think they have spears or something. Which is awesome. And then the other side has some more stuff. Well, I don't know why they think that's a royal inauguration, but if anybody knows more about the symbols shown on this, feel free to comment and let me know why you think this side would portray that. And it is fucking gigantic. So from the stone, the route takes us up over this footbridge, and we'll end up walking sort of partially by the road apparently for about 1.5 miles. She dancing and prancing.
And that's the last you'll have.
Oh god. She's dancing with like fucking I don't know how many kilos on her back.
Good point.
Cool. And look what a beautiful starting day it is for us. Amazing.
There's only one choice. I was thinking, get your compass out.
No, we're going this way. And that's, you know, the path says coastal trails.
Which is awesome.
Yes. Cool. So we got this pathway alongside the road. We weren't sure which route to take, so Els is on that side and I'm on this side, so we'll just fucking see what happens, innit?
Take your pick.
Hey. Okay, so we're in Kinloss now, and we are just walking up towards Kinloss Abbey, which is one of the second sort of sightseeing bits. Third? Where third?
We've made it to Kinloss.
Yes.
That's the thing.
Okay. Alright, I'm going to go with third then. But in terms of monuments, the second.
Okay.
So there is a church back the way, which you thought might be the Abbey, but it turns out that the Abbey is this potentially partially ruined monument over here, which you can hopefully see, and we'll get as close as we're able to get you a little view of it. So you can see the Abbey just over here. We'll get a bit closer in a second. But it was a monastery founded in is that the 12th century, I think?
Yeah.
Maintained powerful religious and secular control. Wow. So reduced to its current state by Alexander Brodie of Leithen and Oliver Cromwell when the stone was robbed for Inverness Citadel. And they just left it like a partial ruin. So let's get a little bit closer. As you can see, there are graves around here as well. These are Commonwealth graves, various wars, I think. But it would be great to see closer in. It's like mausoleums here. Oh man. This is astounding architecture. See, this is a huge graveyard. There's no access restriction here, no signage or anything like that, so we are allowed to. In fact, it's advertised as a place for tourists to come and like learn history and pay their respects of this area. So as long as you know, respectful and don't fuck things up, then it's fine. So this is one of the main buildings you can see from the distance.
green. Absolutely gigantic. So imagine the like majesty of when it was, you know, in its full splendour. Quick pause there to take a picture because I'm fucking attentional. Oh, gotta get some of Ollie adventuring our way up here. This shit.
Watching that video last night, I think I'll take it easy.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's really... So these are probably just the stones.
These are, I think these are brand new graves. They must be brand new. People have bought plots. There's flowers and everything, but wow, it's amazing. Whoa. It's still a current graveyard, but we won't venture into where the new plots are, because obviously those are people that have just died. We're still in the historic bit of it at the moment with the old ruined abbey just above us here. This is cool, isn't it, Ols? Coming up.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful area. Definitely worth coming to see, pay respects, and learn some more about the history of this place. There's a few plaques around the area. And a few people that come here just to snack and eat like Mars bars and stuff. Yeah. Let him who cast trash here have no rest until he clears it. Very true. Do not litter in a graveyard, you assholes. Can you get in here? I don't think you can, you know. Here, some more information here. So, monastery, followed the rule of St. Benedict, plain clothing, 2 meals a day, austerity in church furnishes, fast from the concourse of men. So, austerity, frugality, no pride. He was not like the Instagram generation. Can't get into this section, it's protected, but that's fine. Protected section over there. Can't get into. What's this? A headless angel. In ever loving and tender memory of my beloved husband, the Reverend John Archibald Dunbar of Sea Park and Kinloss, who was called to rest on the 11th of November
1906, age 56, so freaking young. Jesus. That is... Yeah, on this side, on the other side, there's more graves. This is huge. Just trying not to step on actual graves. I've done a sort of circular now. Pretty beautiful spot. Definitely come to see this area if you're coming and doing this walk. So whilst we're waiting for Ollie, still looking at landmarks, gonna have a little apple, cup of tea, and get ready to go on towards Findhorn. Just walking past a little bog. Now I don't know if quicksand exists in the UK, but I feel like if we went into this we'd soon fucking find out. Someone in the box. Is there someone in the box? Oh.
They've been in there a while.
They've been fucking chained in. Wow. That's cool. Okay then.
Interesting.
Woo! Well, imagine if we just turned his head.
I'm okay. What uniform is this as well? Like a local cadet?
Eagles something.
I love the it's great. Oh wow. What do you think is the message he wants to be telling someone?
He's really
Well,
having to think hard. Look at that.
Yeah, he's not even picked up the phone yet.
No, he's like, how do I form the words of what I need to say? Do you think he wants to ask his favourite crush out or end a relationship? Do you think he needs to tell someone their son is dead? It's just going with the theme of today so far. What would be the message that elates that face?
I think he's calling his wife to ask him if she's got like enough cheese or something like that.
And then he went, I like cheese, and then thought about all the types of cheese.
And he said, don't worry, I'll be home soon and I'm going to eat all the cheese. And she's still like waiting in her chair waiting for him to come back
oh,
and eat all the cheese. So yeah.
that sounds nicer.
Yeah.
Love.
You'll get your cheese someday, good sir. A good day. So we're on the cycle path, walking up towards Findhorn now. We've just left Kinloss. And next destination is Findhorn Bay. And at that point we'll be at the coast itself. And then we can start walking towards Burghead, which is our destination for tonight. Oh, it's right there though. Oh, we're gonna go have a little picture. And this is Findhorn Bay, as you can see. Yeah, I can hear the birds. So this is a local nature reserve. It's huge. Here's me and Ollie. Here's me and Ollie at Findhorn Bay. So we haven't quite made it to Findhorn village yet. When we do, So we have a sign saying welcome to Findhorn. So yeah, this is the start of Findhorn village, but we need to get into the centre of it and get along to the heritage centre, then start turning along the coastline essentially. So we're going to continue going on into Findhorn, but there's a small detour down here and you can see the water incredibly close. There's just people's houses on the left and right here, but this is a public right away in the middle, and it's pretty wild with the waves. God, look how absolutely gorgeous this is. Imagine when the tide is right in, this all gets covered. You can see it's been washed up to this point. The tide is coming in at the moment, so if you're going to do coastal walks and you potentially walk along the beach, you've got to keep out the signs that the tide is coming in. This is so amazing. Like, absolutely gigantic bay. There's somebody like sailing over there. The sun is gorgeous, the wind is gorgeous. This is the kind of thing that I fucking love travelling for. It's kind of beautiful sight. And hopefully the rest of the coastal walk will have similar views. So we're going up to the Heritage Centre now for our second stop of the trip. We're basically right in the middle of Findhorn now. Here we are in the middle of Findhorn. I am just walking out onto one of the piers into the bay here. So here we are at the Findhorn Heritage Centre, which is closed, but from this point we're basically going to be walking along the coastline, all the way along the coastline towards Burghead. So if you see it on the map here, it's taken us 3 hours to get here, but we've been pretty slow, ambling along, eating whatever, like having breaks and stuff like that. Well, we ain't walking along this beach, that's for sure. I like them protecting me. Let's go back down there. We have to walk for 7 miles on this ship. Yeah. See that? So the train is actually, although it looks more difficult, it's really sheltered here, and I much prefer this terrain for my knee. As you guys know, my knee is completely fucked. So, yeah. Go down? Yeah. Very cool vibes. Oh, he's trying to jump rope with the This last section to Burghead is right along the coast, as you can see, and a relatively quiet trail. It is the weekday, and it is probably out of walking season for many people, but it is a single path, and there's really no way to get lost, and it's great terrain as well, especially for those of you that are struggling with injuries, need more rests, you know, stuff like that. there's very little risk of, you know, turning an ankle and stuff like that. Just keep a wee eye out, but it's really good terrain.
Fun terrain, nothing too crazy. I think we've gone healthily wild with our attire. And oh man, it's tricky with the Burghead inside. You're like, oh, I'll be there any minute now, any minute.
You know,
For once. Yes, very, very important. And that was the secret of how to become rich.
there's an obstruction to the path, but that of course means nothing to us.
Because we are
The latest quiz,
no obstacle.
no obstacle, yes. Well, I didn't
Damn.
go there. So,
Damn.
it's actually not a
It's really well, this is why being short has its perks.
Hi.
Hello. Oh dear. Oh, whoopsies. What a trend.
They looked a lot lower from afar. So the terrain at the moment is this undulating kind of trackway, constantly up and down, which can be tough on the knees. But it's basically forest right next to the coast here. So you can sort of see the sea from here. Hopefully it's visible on the GoPro. How are you finding this type of terrain, Oz?
It's a nice breath here.
Yeah, like a bit more cardio heavy because of the up and down.
Realising I'm not 100% fit.
Yeah, so for me, I have no problem with this cardiovascularly at all. I'm not even thinking about, I didn't even think about that until you said it, but my knee is like definitely saying hello. So yeah, that's the problem I have. My cardiovascular is not too bad at the moment, but musculoskeletal, not the best. Ooh. We do get a cute bridge as a reward. For what are we being rewarded for again?
Using the actual way marker instead of the
Yes. So as you can probably see, it's getting a little bit dimmer now. Sun's going down. It's really not even, it's only 3:30. It's not like a crazy time or anything, but the sun's like, nah, I'm fucking out of here.
places to be.
We're both feeling a little achy. This is obviously the first day that we haven't fully settled into the stride yet, so we're definitely feeling the love on our muscles a little bit. Hopefully just, you know, copious amounts of Voltarol and sinks full of ice water maybe. Who knows? No. So final stretch. I keep saying that. That's Burghead there. So close. Look how far we've gone. From entire, like up that crop, like in the fucking massive distance over there. Yeah. I think it looks like the tide is going out, to be honest.
So they're coming in.
They're going out. So close. So the head of Berg. Was the only place you could stay in Burghead. We are both stiff and struggling, but we can see the end in sight now, so very excited.